was real time. It was Blue ARP in its all glory. Let's explore how it works. Greetings. In this tutorial, let's cover the most basic things about Blue ARP, since this is still not so popular, although it's very powerful and best of all, it is freeware. To have it controlling other VSTs, we have to establish first. Let's get it load first. It's checking for internet connection, I think, for the license. Yeah. Choosing a preset, and then we have to set up the MIDI ports so they can communicate between each other. So basically, it is from here, since this destination is the input port on a Blue ARP side, it is the output port. So in such case, the MIDI out from the Blue ARP will go to MIDI input to the silent one. Let's have some basic sequence here. This is for baseline, just a normal thing. And this is something really straightforward. We have a single key, and this is key 1. The rest is extending the length, although there is another part here in the gate time where we can adjust it or decrease. Velocity also can be set from here, and for having notable effect, we can map the velocity on silent one to filter cutoff. For fine stepping for the velocity scale, we can adjust that from the settings, so we can move with more finer steppings like this. For the MIDI input range, we can specify which low key and which high key. Other than this range, the notes will be just ignored, so there's no any sound coming through. As you can see here, anything between C4 C5 will go through Blue ARP and it will be arpeggiated. This section, it is about the range which is going out. Somehow very nice and powerful, because we can have the same proportions between the keys repeated all over the octaves. So as you can see, I'm going higher and lower octaves, but the sequence is maintaining the same range here. And stepping for the scales, we can also transpose them up or down to have things more active or more energetic somehow. Let's substitute the or first let's restrict the output for a specific scale. As you can see, the last key, which is transposed 3 semitones, here it is giving a different result. I wanted to have the second degree of the chord. In such case, it is the D sharp. If I make it 2 plus 2 semitones, it will give that degree. And since we are restricting our MIDI output to the C minor, that stepping will maintain the scale. It will just not go outside of the scale. If we will substitute that key with key 2, in such case we have to feed the blue output to at least 2 notes, or we can play with this parameter here. So in such case, if we are pressing a single key, key 2 will be substitute. Later, with another example, I'll explain those parameters, because now it may not sound so notable. But that one, the fixed key, we can specify which fixed key within this arpeggiation, and it will substitute that missing key with this fixed key. And again, it will be restrict within the scale we choose. Let's have this algorithm, which is detecting the notes, detecting the chord first, and then adjusting key 1 as the root of this chord, of whatever chord we are pressing. So in such case, if I have F minor, for example, played in different positioning, it will keep detecting it as F minor unless I adjust it or press other notes, which makes it totally not recognizable. We can set it as root by itself. Those keys we are pressing, they are the roots now. So in such case, instead of choosing chord normalize, it will just detect it whenever we are feeding Blue ARP with notes. But in such case, that range of wrapping will just be ignored. So let's keep doing that with this key 1. Can have variety or randomness to velocity, gating, and the swing time. In such case, the arpeggiation will not sound boring over time, although there are simple stuff, but just imagine when they are repeating all over time, like for 16 bars or more, they will have more variety, so they sound like natural playing. Let's now check a melodic ARP, so I can cover the more complex stuff. And let's choose Zebra. It has some nice plucks. Again, we have to set the parts and to avoid the conflicts with the previous VST. So in such case, it is 1 and port number 1, I mean. The new version of Zebra is scanning the preset every time. So let's choose something from the default local place. I think this one's nice. Let's go for something simple, but covering more notes, like K1, K2, key 1, key 2. Like this. Whenever we go complex, we press complex notes, it will be really nice. So let's check here if we flip the arrangement. As you can see, now the MIDI feed will be flipped upside down. Let's stack up more notes. If we press those lines, we can stack multiple notes per position. It is not like a chord. We can just specify which notes we can have in that location. They will give nice results. And here we can discuss those substitution for the missing key. So now there are two keys and it's cyclic mode. Note that it is repeating the last two notes. Whatever I'm pressing, it is repeating the last two notes. The first key, whatever keys I'm pressing, it will substitute the first key that was recognized by BlueARP. Last key, it will substitute with the whatever last key recognized by BlueARP, and so on. We can also have some alternative varieties to the missing notes, like by adjusting it one octave up or lower. Also, let's do that trick again here, limiting our MIDI output to a certain range to have it sounding more organic and natural, to not really go so up or so low. And again, we can transpose the keys to have them sounding different than what we are pressing, but of course we have to put some scale. Let's go in chord progressions. While adjusting the notes to transposition. Note that how it can be effective if pressing 3 notes, 4 notes or 5 notes. It will really give lots of variety to the output. I think it's this BlueARP sounds really organic. It is not like traditional arpeggiator. It is not robotic, especially if we adjust randomness on those parameters again. I think it sounds for now really nice. There are, of course, lots of things to do here, but let's cover this one. It is chord. The title in that location, it will just bypass the keys we are pressing at the same time. Simultaneously, in that position, we'll just let it go through the arpeggiation. So instead of a single note in that location, chord will just not bypass at all, just let's say it will just put it as is. So I hope this is a good example or walkthrough. Let me know if you need other things and I can explain them in the upcoming video. Thank you.